Good morning, good afternoon. I guess it's afternoon. It's even afternoon where I am. It's 12:34 Central Standard Time. Anyway, welcome to the live stream. This is RobMotive. I have got something, it's right back there, that I received today. This is not a sponsored video, but I'm open, if they want to contact me. But anyway, I received something today that I'm actually excited about. It makes me excited to want to do oil changes of all things. That nasty, gritty, dirty stuff that you have to do. Mr. Rug Dude, good morning. How you doing? You clean rugs, if I'm not mistaken. I remember you. Ron Hare, hello Ron. Mr. Rug Dude, at least in California, it's morning. That's true. You're what, a couple hours behind me, 10:35 there, I think. A name I can't pronounce and a word I can't pronounce. English, please, or I'll have to mute you because I have to know what you're saying. You know what I mean? So, we're gonna have to remove that comment. It's just the nature of the web. I have to know what you're saying, or I can't leave it on here. It could be offensive. Or worse, who knows? Anyway, I received a package today. I've been waiting for this because my new Tacoma, sitting right out there, I don't know if you guys can see it. It's probably blocked by the Jeep. I'm not standing outside because it's hot. It's bright sunshine. I mean, standing in the garage, it's pushing 90 degrees here. So fortunately, the humidity is down. But anyway, I got a call the other day from my dealership telling me that my truck is due for its oil change. And I'm like, well, that's not true. I only have a little over 1,000 miles on the truck. They're wanting to do oil changes at 10,000 miles, right? I think that's the suggested oil change interval for the Tacoma. And I have nowhere near that. And I'm a little surprised that they would think I'd have over 10,000 miles on the truck when I've only had it for maybe 6 months or something like that. But nonetheless, they called to tell me that I'm due for an oil change and they're free. I get like 2 or 3 free oil changes at the dealership that I bought this truck at, which is cool. I mean, that's a nice little perk, I guess, if you're going to actually use them and if you actually want to take your truck there. I do not on either case, only because if a mistake is going to be made on my truck, I want it to be made by me. People make mistakes. I'm not saying they do anything intentionally wrong, but it happens, and I'd rather I be the one to do it. So I'm going to do the oil change because it's a brand new truck. There could be a buildup of shavings and things in the truck, particularly if you have a Tundra. There's going to be metal shavings in your engine, right? That's bad, I know. But it happened. They had a lot of problems with, I think, 100,000 engines they're going to replace because during the manufacturing process, they left metal in there. Tony says, hi, you are so handsome. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Anyway. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it at 1,000, and I'll probably do oil changes on this truck at maybe every 3,000 miles, no more than 5,000. Namaste. Thank you very much. So I'm going to do oil changes at every 3,000 to 5,000 miles. This is going to make it a heck of a lot easier. And let me show you what I've got. First of all, what this is the Fumoto, if I'm pronouncing it right. It's F-U-M-O-T-O. Fumoto, I don't know if I'm saying it right. But it is a little valve. It's called an engine oil drain valve. You guys can see it right there. And it has a little clip on it right here. And that is what makes it awesome. What you do, and it comes with a gasket, you go ahead and replace your oil plug, the screw, the bolt, with this unit. You screw it up in there. You make sure, of course, if you're going to fill it, that the little lever here is turned off. And then the next time and every other time you want to change the oil, you simply flick the lever right here. And they even give you this little clip here to protect the lever from moving accidentally, I guess. because if it moved, obviously it would be open and your oil would drain out. That would suck, right? I've had one of these before on a Tacoma, and honestly, I never had any issues with that, obviously, because it would take, I mean, first of all, they have a pretty robust spring on this little lever mechanism. You can see it right there. And it would take a lot to move that lever. You kind of have to push it down and then over, and then I think it doesn't go back up, but you have to push it down and then over. So you'd have to have some downforce from something. I mean, it's right up under there, so I don't know how that would even happen. But nonetheless, I never had any issues with it. I have no fear at all. I've had comments when I had it on one of my other trucks that, oh, it can open. No way. No way can that happen. And then secondly, that you're going to hit this thing. I mean, it sticks down. You can see how big it is. Here's my finger. I'm a normal sized person, so you can see it sticks down about this far. Actually, it's going to be less than that because it's at an angle on the oil pan under there. There's just no way. There's no way. Could it ever happen? Sure. Could something damage your oil pan, poke a hole in it? Sure. Could you somehow knock the bolt off that goes into the oil pan? Absolutely. I mean, you know, on any given day, anything can happen, but I have no fear of this. But it gets even better. After you get this thing on, and I bought the whole kit. I think it cost me, I don't have the pricing. I think it was like 30 to 40 some dollars, I think, for the whole kit. And the second part of it, there's two more pieces to this, is a tube. Now, you could buy the tube at your local hardware store, I suppose, if you wanted to. You don't have to buy it from them. But I wanted to make sure I got the right size. The tube fits over this nub right here. And the purpose of that is so that before you open the valve, you can direct where you want the oil to go. If you've seen any videos on folks changing the oil on the new Tacomas, it pours out of there like fast. So fast that when it hits the drain pan, it splashes all over the place, right? I'm gonna get to deal with that the first time, but only one time. But it splashes all over the place. When you have the hose on there, you can stick this directly down in your oil pan and it will drain cleanly right into the oil pan or whatever you're gonna drain it into. You know, you could even, if you had empty oil canisters, you could even drain it right back into those. And honestly, what I do is I take the oil that's used after I put the new oil in, I refill those old canisters so that I can dispose of the oil. You could drain directly into those now. Potentially, you wouldn't even need an oil pan. That is pretty handy. Although, you do want to make sure you shut the valve off before you completely fill the oil can, the old canister, so that it doesn't overflow, obviously. Now, comes with a couple other things. This kit, you can see these black nubs here, right? The purpose of those is to protect the end or cover the end of the valve. They slip over the end of the valve so that you don't get any mud or gunk or whatever in the inside of this little tube here. I mean, if you're out mudding and stuff, I suppose you could get enough in there that might plug this up. Then you just stick something in it and unplug it. It's not that big of a deal, but you don't have to do that. Because if you buy the kit, which I did, and I got this on Amazon. I think it was Amazon, by the way. I don't think I bought it directly from them. There will be a link down below if you want to check it out. Current pricing, availability, all of that. It's up to you. But anyway, what a great idea this is. Again, I've had it before. It works perfectly. Now, if you're looking for part numbers, I've got those for you too. Again, I would just check out the link down below, but it doesn't matter to me either way. Let's see. Stephen Gilmain. I apologize if I got it wrong. You use regular or synthetic? I'll be using synthetic. I always use Mobile One. Reyes Shaikh. Amigo, my friend. Tony, I like Ranger Rover very much. That's cool. Not my cup of tea, but if you like it, actually, I shouldn't say that. I do kind of like them. Ron Hare, love them. So have you had experience with this drain thing before? The Fumoto or Fumoto? I don't know how to pronounce it. Ron Hare, a windy day, it will be all over as well. Oh yeah. I mean, if you're outside, not in the garage, and that long stream that's pouring out of there at 100 mile an hour catches wind, it's gonna fly all over the place. I mean, just a mess. You don't have that if you're using the tube, and I recommend you get it if you're gonna get it at all, or go buy one at the hardware store that comes with it. Ron says yes. Okay, kind of figured. All right, part number here. Let's see, there are 3 of them. And they don't really say what they are, but the first is an F133N YB1. That is just the valve itself. You can get just the valve itself. You don't have to buy all the other stuff. The next is it says cap, so those are the little black caps. It's F cap, so FCAP.YC3. They gave me 2 of them, came with the kit. They didn't give them to me, I bought them. And then lastly is the tubing itself. It's a PVC3-YBLU. That is the hose that comes with it. Again, pricing, check the link. I'm not sure. And pricing depends on where you go too. I've seen different pricing on them. It just depends. But make sure you get the right one. This is an F103. Well, it's marked 2 different ways. I believe the right one is the let's see, F133N, and it's for an M12-1.25 fitting. So this will fit in the, or with the threads rather, on the oil pan. By the way, if you're just kicking in here, please click that subscribe button. I really would appreciate it. Next, of course, you're gonna need an oil pan. I don't really have anything right now. You know, my thinking a while back was that I would go ahead and use the lift, which I may still, I don't know. You can see my lift back here, right? That I would put the truck up there on the lift and then use one of those tall, they're like on a stand oil pans, put it right up underneath there and then get it going. Since then, I've kind of changed my mind, and honestly, I don't even know if my truck will now fit on that lift. There's a wasp in here, love that. Because I've got the wider stance on it now with the offset tires, wheels. So it might be too wide to even fit on my lift right now, I'm not sure. Oh, this damn thing wants to play. I hate bees and wasps. This one's pretty lively too, man. It's flying like 100 mile an hour. Maybe it's not a wasp, I don't know. We have like these great big wasps down here that kill tarantulas. You haven't seen anything until you've seen a tarantula flying through the air. I mean, they're creepy enough as it is, right? What about when they're airborne and they're flying? That's because one of these wasps is attached to it, taking it home and it's really disgusting. But what they do is they lay their eggs and junk inside the tarantula so that when they hatch, they have something to, it's gross. It's gross. And the poor tarantula. I mean, I feel for the tarantula, even though I don't like them, you know? Let's see. Earl, yeah, we got to get rid of you. This is an over 18 chat, by the way, and given the nature of your comment, I don't think you are. So you're in the wrong place. Maybe you should search somewhere else to go. But let's put that cat in timeout for a little while. How's that? There we go. That takes care of that person. I don't know why they come in here, you know? Kids need to stay where they're supposed to be, right? I mean, it says on the channel over 18. I don't know. So did this live stream. Not that there's anything bad about the live stream, but that's why we don't want children in here. Different sense of humor, very immature. I mean, speaking of immature, let me take a sip of the green nectar. Not sponsored by these folks either. Mighty tasty. So anyway, that is the monumental mod for maintenance. That's what we'll call this. And in MFM, mod for maintenance. Highly recommend it. Again, not sponsored by these people at all. It's the Fumoto or Fumato, however you pronounce it. Engine oil drain valve with lever clip. Awesome product. If you don't know what it is and you didn't see the beginning of the live stream, you're gonna have to watch it when it repeats. It just makes changing oil so much easier. You just get under there, flip the little lever, and poof. Now, what I really wish they had was something that was so simple for the oil filter. Wouldn't that be nice if you could like put the filter up there and then kind of pull a lever over to kind of fasten it up? Why don't we have something like that these days, you know? Put the filter right up against there, and then there's a little pressure lever. We have things like this that kind of pulls across and seats that filter right up against the edge, and that's it. Instead of having to crawl up under there, put something on it, you know, try to screw it off. I mean, that sucks. James Murphy says, hi, Rob. It's normal pricing. Hi, Rob. Is it normal pricing for 8,000 to 1,000s early 2000s Tundra with 200,000 miles? I have no idea. I've not priced Tundras with that kind of mileage for those model years. I would get on all of the sites or any of the sites out there that prices used vehicles and see if it's in line for the truck that you're looking at with the options and mileage that it has, because I couldn't tell you otherwise. Walter, hey Rob, I saw a Solar Octane TRD Pro yesterday. Man, what a color. I know, that's an awesome color. I have a Facebook group. And I've asked people, you know, let's see your truck right now. And somebody posted one in Solar Octane, and man, that's my favorite color, I think, besides Voodoo Blue. You know, Voodoo Blue will probably always be my favorite color, you know, Voodoo Blue, because it's awesome. If you don't like Voodoo Blue, you and we got nothing in common, man. But anyway, the Voodoo Blue will be my favorite, but God, now we got something else flying in here. I might have to break out the towel so I can kill this thing. He's still in here, probably looking for a place to nest. Starting to get way too close to me, man. Anyway, I'm gonna set this back over on the workbench, see if I can get in his space. And if he's, oh, there he is. I'm gonna get a towel, just in case I have to defend myself. Let me get that. I don't know where he is. I don't know what he's doing. All right. Oh, Jesus, I hit him. I probably pissed him off. That's never good. Oh my God. All right, I did hit him. I don't know if he flew. He might have flown out of here. I did make contact. Like I said, I probably made him mad. Man, I hate wasps. I hate bees. I hate bugs in general. That'll get the blood flowing, right? I don't see him anymore. Maybe I injured him. If he's around, I'll step on him, I'll tell you that. Let's see. Walter, hey Rob, I read that. James Murphy, you are a car sage. Very smart. I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that. James Murphy says, Voodoo Blue Bomber. Voodoo Blue's awesome. Jan 1981. Name a car for an edit. I don't know what the purpose of asking that is, honestly. You're going to have to expound a little bit on that comment. Let me know what that means. I don't know. I've had people say that before. I've come on the channel, you know, name a car for an edit. I don't know what that means or what the purpose of that is. So anyway, I did a mod. I think the video's out today. If you haven't checked it out yet, an edit of a car. Yeah, I know, but why? For what? What purpose? I did a video today, or a release today, getting rid of that cheapo plastic, they call it a gravel guard, on the front of the Tacoma, and it's got to be replaced. If you haven't seen it yet and you don't have a model that has the metal plate under there, it's like pressed plastic fibers. It's garbage. Let's see, and you need to say a car. I don't need to do anything, honestly. James Murphy, do you think the 5-foot beds are a little too short coming from the perspective of hauling a dirt bike? Yes. If you're gonna haul bikes and stuff, probably should get a long bed or even a full size. I always would want to be able, and I've hauled motorcycles in the back of trucks before, but I would always want to be able to close the bed. I don't want to leave the bike in there without being fully surrounded. So yes, I would say so. Mr. Rug Dude, if you get stung and go into anaphylactic shock, I'll call 911 for you. Well, thanks, I appreciate that. I'm not allergic, I just don't like it. Jan, because I want to make, I don't know what you want to make. Wayne says, great job on your success. Well, thank you. I'm not where I want to be yet, and I don't know that I would even say that I am successful in this arena yet, although I'm still trying. Let's see. Jan says, bruh. Don't even understand. I don't understand you. I really don't know what you're saying. Maybe you're not a native English speaker. Damn thing's back. Oh, he landed. Oh, shit. He's got it in for me now. I know he does. I was going to kill him. He landed on my lift controller. But, oh, I hate bees, man. I know you're saying, what a wuss. I know, I admit it. I'm not going to deny it. No, I don't understand you, Jan. You need to coherently explain why you would want me to do something like that. What's your purpose? James Murphy, I agree. It gets a little spooky with the tailgate down. Yeah, I mean, I always worried about them rolling off the back, right? If the tie downs didn't work, you know. Mr. Rug Dude, I think Jan is huffing gas fumes at the least. I don't know what the purpose is. I mean, I'm guessing it's a troll of some sort, which means it's this far from being blocked. But given the benefit of the doubt, I've asked them to explain themselves. Why? Because again, I've had those kind of comments on the channel before, and I never understand what the purpose is. You know, what's your favorite car? What's your 1970s car? What's your favorite muscle car? Who cares? Who cares? I mean, once, you know, people might be curious. I understand that, but to go on and then. Damn it. There he is. Son of a mother. Oops, made me drop my cap. Now he's on my... See, and I can't, he's up there. I don't know if you guys see him. He's up there. Well, he was. Now, oh. Man, I hate bugs. You know, why can't they give me a few minutes of peace? You know, just, there's nothing in here for them. I have nothing for them in here. There's no food. There's nothing. I mean, I have the green nectar. Maybe that's what he wants. I bet if I sat it down and opened the lid, he'd probably take a drink. I don't know. Anyway, talk about spooky. God, leave me alone, man. Let's see. Wayne says, have some green nectar. Wayne says, has Mountain Dew talked about sponsoring you yet? If not, they should. No, they haven't. I don't know why they don't get a hold of me. Right here. Oh. Man, I got to kill that thing if I get the chance. He's goner. He's a goner if I get the chance. He's flying around my lift. I think he's looking to make a nest. And this one, man, this one's on fire. Maybe he's got a hot lady wasp waiting on him to build a home. Huh? You think that's it? Could be. That was a good idea, by the way. Thank you. A little sip of the green nectar. Walt Williams says, what's up, Rob? I'm just battling a wasp at the moment. And I was talking about the Fumoto, however you pronounce it, engine oil drain valve. Awesome product. Just received one today. And I'm going to be putting it in the Tacoma, or on the Tacoma, to change the oil with. Actually, is going to make changing the oil in the Tacoma fun, I think. Now we've got gnats. Gnats, wasps. I need to push the fan up a little bit. At least I don't have any hummingbirds flying around in here. Yet. Let's see. He's after the green nectar. I know, right, Bob? I know. Come on, man. Walter, has there been any snakes in your garage lately? Not lately, but they're around. I saw one 3-4 days ago. It's one of those blue ribbon snakes, I think. I don't know. They're kind of blue, green, black. I don't know. Creepy. I hate snakes too, by the way. I just don't like critters. You know, unless they're furry and fuzzy, you know, dogs and cats and even raccoons and squirrels and even skunks are cute, right? You don't want to get near them, and we've got those every night, by the way. There's that damn. Why? I'll even let you be in here if you just leave me the hell alone. I mean, come on. Can you get mad at an insect? I mean, they don't care, do they? They don't have feelings. You're not going to offend them. They don't care. You know what I'm going to do? When this live stream is over, I'm going to shut the garage door. And when I do that, he's going to die in here because he won't have any food. And it gets really hot in here with the garage door closed. Ugh. Anyway, no snakes lately that I know of, but it can happen at any moment. James Murphy, have gotten any experience with canvas truck bed caps? I think, there he is. I think I could hunt him down. He's landing on the, oh no, he's under my lift. Oh, I could hunt him down. Here, let me turn you around, see if you guys can see him. He's right there, under the lift. If he goes under the edge, I could use my towel. Oop. No more. He's flown away. I guess he heard me. Now he's just hovering over there. Anyway, no, I don't have any experience with canvas. I think it gives the Tacoma a cool desert aesthetic. Damn you, land. Not on me. If you just land on a flat surface, I can throw the towel at him. That's a great way to kill wasps, by the way. The towel smashes them, and then once they're on the floor, you can stomp all over the towel and their history. No, I don't. No experience with them. Walt Williams says, just tuned in. Hey, Walt, how you doing? Walter Lemus. I've actually gotten stung by a wasp before, and it was not pleasant. No, it's not pleasant. The little bastards. I don't like them. Walt says, just changed oil yesterday after the hurricane. If he just let me destroy him. After the hurricane, 85,362 miles on a 21 cement off-road. So you were affected by the hurricane. What part of the country? And I hope everything is okay for you. Trey says, how much concrete did you just drink? I don't drink concrete. I find it's bad for weight gain. None actually. Anyway, I really just wanted to get on. I was excited to get the new drain valve and share that with you guys. Again, check it out. There will be, I'll put a link to it after I get off of here so you guys can check it out if you want. There is, of course, going to be a video coming up on the installation of it and how it works out. So you'll be able to see that once I'm done. KB Barbecue, RobMotive harassed by wasps during live stream, news at 11. I know, right? Walt says, Tampa, Florida. Oh, so did you see the guy in Tampa? His name's Matthew Heller or something like that was canoeing around in his house, made national news. He's been all over the place. By the way, I'm going to give him a little shout out. He owns, I can't remember. Oh no. He owns horn blasters. Horn blasters. They're horns, like air horns and stuff. He owns the company. I believe he's the owner. So it's great for him, man. He's got his horn blaster shirt on all over the news. Pretty darn cool, man. And what a guy to get the pub from that, because he's gotten all kinds of publicity from it. And then, of course, following up, he's a smart guy, man. Following up with it, he's done some live streams in his warehouse. I caught him the other day. He was in his warehouse showing all kinds of stuff. So kudos to him for seizing the moment during his 15 minutes of fame, right? Hopefully it lasts longer, but it's horn blasters. I may have bought something from them once. I'm not exactly sure. At least I think I might have looked, or maybe a friend of mine bought something. I can't remember. But anyway, it was interesting, and I'm curious, Walt, are you aware of this guy? Maybe you even know where he's at. I don't know. Mr. Rug Dude, behind you. Sorry, buddy. Just kidding. Yeah, I can see behind me too. I'm looking at me in the camera while I'm talking to you. So you're not going to get me with that. If there's something behind me, I'm going to know it. James Murphy, oh my God, it's behind him. Not kidding. You may not have been. I don't know. I did see it fly by a couple minutes ago. It's still here as far as I know. I haven't seen it for a minute or two. but I'm pretty sure he's still buzzing around in here somewhere. I don't know, probably likes the remote or the RobMotive grill back there, my lighted grill. I put some lights, by the way, in the new truck. I don't know if you guys have seen that yet. Some people liked it, some people haven't. Let's see. Jay, again, it's an over 18 channel. I know your comment didn't post. It's hidden because of the nature of it. But this is an over 18, so you know you got to go to someone more in your age range to post stupid little comments like that. I mean, you know, again, you won't be able to see it. It's hidden. But if it made you feel good and brightened your day, I guess, you know, I'll feel fulfilled in that. Let's see. Walt Williams says, no, I don't know this guy, but people do some crazy stuff in Florida. Yeah, he's, if you look him up, it's Matthew, I think it's Heller. Matthew somebody, I'm sure if you just looked up Matthew, Tampa, Florida hurricane guy or something, you'd probably see him. He's been all over the web, all over TikTok, all over national news. I think he was on CNN, Fox. I mean, every news outlet that there's been. Good Morning America or something. I mean, it's funny. And it was pretty wild to see. I mean, he was on from the beginning of the hurricane till his house filled up with like 4 feet of water, man. I mean, it was scary. This guy's walking around in the water. The electricity's still on. And I'm like, aren't you afraid of getting electrocuted? I'd be afraid of getting electrocuted. Not to mention any of the critters that now are in your house with you. Alligators, it's Florida. Sharks, I don't know, whatever other critter. Octopuses, I don't know. Pretty wild. Let's see. A name I can't pronounce, I apologize, says hello from Japan. Awesome, welcome. I am in South Texas, USA. Pablo Rodriguez. I love saying that name. I don't know why. Pablo says hi from Argentina. Awesome. We are all over the world today. We got people here. We got people there. We got people everywhere. Good to see you two on here. I appreciate that. JL says, okay, let's be friends. Let's be friends. Did you go to the puff party? Now, this guy, what is he thinking? How long did he think he was going to get away with it? And why is he fighting it now? You know, he should be of the mindset that, yeah, I'm a pervert. I did what I did and I got caught and I knew I'd get caught eventually because you can't get away with this stuff forever. And punish me. Whatever I get. Just please be lenient. You know, I mean, come on, man. I don't know. I don't know what this guy was thinking. I don't know. But no, we can't be friends and I can't go to your party. I'm sorry. Mr. Rug Dude, I once bit into a hot dog and got stung on the tongue by a yellow jacket. Couldn't talk for a few days. Oh my God. That's like the worst nightmare, right? There's a couple. One flies in your ear. Or you're on a toilet, and I won't even go into that. Or one flies in your mouth or up your nose, or your eye. I mean, there's several sensitive places we have that we wouldn't want to get stung. And in your mouth, that's probably, if it has to be a sensitive area, maybe other than your ear, that's probably the best place you could get nailed, I would think. Pablo Rodriguez, we are from all over the world. This is great. Awesome. Awesome. I appreciate you being here. I really do. And by the way, just kick it in here and you haven't, please click that subscribe button wherever it is. I would appreciate it. It doesn't cost you anything. Walter says, JL, and Walter's thought that was just hilarious. He's laughing like a madman. James Murphy says, hi from southern Utah. Well, since we're doing a roll call, where is everybody from? I am from deep South Texas. I am about 30 minutes from the Mexican border. That's how deep South in Texas I am. So where are all you guys from? I've caught a couple there already. We've got somebody from Japan, Argentina, southern Utah. Here is a Phoenix, Arizona, Marco Beltran. Marco, how you doing? KB Barbecue, California, IA. Let's see. There's a possibility my daughter might be moving there. Her husband is in the Navy, and they may end up in, I guess, San Diego, which, by the way, I think is like the best spot on the planet you can live in, I think. Or it used to be, from a weather standpoint, from what I've heard. I've never been. Walter says, born and raised in Houston, Texas. Well, I'd say, hey, Nate, Houston, that's pretty far. I'm closer to, I think, well, I know that I am Houston, but Texas is a big state, right? Mr. Mugdude, Ventura, California. Like Jesse? You know, Jesse Ventura. Didn't they name that town after him? No. Archie Henderson is from Central Mississippi. Awesome. Central Mississippi. I went through or close to, excuse me, Mississippi a couple months ago or a month ago, something like that. Walter says, go Texans. No. Go Buckeyes. That's what you need to think here. I was born in Ohio. Weird thing to say. I was born in Ohio, went to Ohio State for a while, didn't graduate from there in the end, but most of my time was spent there. That's why I'm a Buckeye fan. Go Bucks. Tonight we play Michigan State. They're not very good, I hear. We're favored by like 1,000 or something. It's going to be a world record in football scores. I don't know. Marco Beltran says, is that a Tundra grill behind you? Yes. That is a Tundra grill, part of the grill graveyard that I have in my garage. You can see some Jeeps. There's a Tacoma. There's a, let's see, another Jeep. There's a, what is that? An older Toyota. And then below it is a Mercedes right there. I think that's about it. There's some emblems or grill badges and things like that. I have all kinds of dead parts in my garage, I guess, as long as there's no people. Marco says, Toyota is the best. Yes, I love Toyota myself. The fellow from Japan, I can't read the language you written in there, but says Texas cowboy. Contrary to popular belief, not everybody that lives in Texas or the West is a cowboy. I know there's a big feeling in the world that everybody that lives in the Western and Southern United States is somehow a cowboy. Maybe back in the 1817, 15, I don't know, hundreds, 1800s. And there are cowboys, don't get me wrong, but I'm not one of them. I'm a city boy. Give me concrete, give me asphalt. That's what I like. Very tasty. Let's see. Sonam, I can't read the rest, says, hi, hello, how are you? Mr. Rugdude says, so I'm just assuming by all the Texans, we've got a lot of Pelosi fans here. Not a political channel, Mr. Rugdude. Please refrain. We don't get into politics here. Mr. Walter Lemus, I'm going with Lemus, I always get it wrong. Dallas Cowboys. I'm not a Cowboys fan either, man. I guess I'm a bandwagon guy. I think my favorite team right now is the Kansas City Chiefs. I fell onto that wagon. I've been on it for a few years now. I'm sure I'll fall off eventually, but I'm a Chiefs fan, not a Cowboys fan. I'm sorry. Sonam, and I can't pronounce the rest still, says, I'm going to try. Sonam Shring Lashinpa. I tried. I apologize if I got it wrong. Says, how are you, sir? I am quite well, thank you. The fellow from Japan says, I had a Yukon Astro, good car. I don't even know what a Yukon Astro is. Is that must be a foreign brand? I don't know. I'm not familiar with that. Walter says, yes, Chiefs are awesome. Pat Mahomes, they are awesome. I mean, if they don't win it again this year, I'll be shocked unless there are injuries, you know. We'll see. Mr. Rugdude says, are you a fan of UFC? I'm really not. It's not my thing. I like boxing. I prefer, traditional boxing. I prefer heavyweight boxing. I'm not a big fan of the lower classes. I never have been. I kind of came from the Mike Tyson era. Ali a little bit when I was really little. George Foreman, Norton, Frazier, and then Tyson. All those guys. Not really a fan of the current heavyweight dude. He's a Russian guy, I think. I think he's Russian. Maybe he's not. I don't know. But I'm not really a fan of that guy either. For me, the best that there ever was Mike Tyson. And I know everybody will say, well, it's Ali. It was always Ali, the greatest, self-proclaimed, of course. And not that he wasn't good by far, but I think the greatest, most powerful, purely animal heavyweight fighter was Mike Tyson. Nobody could touch that guy. That guy was a machine in his prime. The fellow from Japan says, do you know Shohei Ohtani? No, I don't. That must be some kind of Japanese celebrity, or I don't even know if that's a male or female, if that's a company. I don't know what that means. Mr. Rug Dude says Klitschko. Yes, Klitschko. He is. He's Russian, is he not? What is his name? Alexander? Isn't it Alexander or... No, it's an E. Alexei? What's his first name? Alexei, or... which might be Alexander, actually. Maybe they shortened it from Alexander to Alexei. I don't know if that's even right. But Klitschko, yeah. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of his. And what's his face? The YouTube dude. I'm not a fan of his either. This crazy fight between him and Tyson that was supposed to happen. I mean, come on. Mr. Rug Dude, at their prime, Tyson would have mopped the floor with Tyson. At their prime, Tyson would have mopped the floor with Tyson. Now, that would be a fight to see. Tyson boxing himself. I think it would have been a draw. I don't know. Mr. Rug Dude says Vladimir Klitschko. There we go. Vladimir Klitschko. I don't know where he got Alexei. He has a brother, doesn't he? Is his name Alexei or something? Major League Baseball, Dodgers. I'm not a baseball fan. Never have been. It's actually, there were two sports that I played when I was really little. One was baseball. I was a pitcher, and I was pretty good until I got drafted to Little League, and then I was pretty bad. Broke my finger playing basketball, which I sucked at anyway. I can't dribble. I still can't dribble the ball to this day. I mean, I can make it go up and down, but consistently and running up and down the floor with it, I just don't have that skill. I don't know what it is. I mean, I'm not uncoordinated or anything, but I just never had that, man. Walter says Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. Right. I mean, no. I mean, come on. You're talking about a kid versus a senior citizen. I mean, to me, it's in poor taste. It's pathetic, I think. Now, it'd be awesome if Tyson beat him, but would he? I don't know. I mean, Tyson still has the power, it looks like, from the training videos I've seen. I mean, you wouldn't want to get clocked by that guy. But does he have the coordination, the timing, the speed? It's easy to hit a punching bag. It's not moving. But a real live person that might have a little bit of power themselves, I don't think so. I met Ali. Let's see. The Japanese fella says, okay. The Japanese fella says, you are cool. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you being on here. And if you haven't subscribed, you and anybody else out there clicking in here, you owe it to yourself. Click that subscribe button. I would appreciate it, seriously, though. Anyway, I'm going to get off here now. I've been talking long enough. It's been 44 minutes. I really only meant to get on here and show you guys the engine oil drain valve. If you're coming on late and you haven't seen it, watch it back. You'll know what I'm talking about. It's going to be on in a little bit. I will add that link to this live stream if you want to check it out. Anyway, have a great rest of the day, the rest of the weekend, and stay safe out there. We'll see you next time. Bye.